Hello, welcome or welcome back to my channel. I hope you're all doing amazing. So for today's video, we are going to be choosing out my November TBR, and the method we're going to be using is via our trusty TBR jar. We actually haven't used the prompt jar in quite some time, so I've completely forgotten what prompts I've put in here, but I just think that adds to the enjoyment, right? Adds to the excitement. But as for what I want to read in November, I feel like I'm quite open. I still feel like I want to read some like dark, moody, spooky reads. I don't know if spooky is the right word, but then I feel like I'm also ready for like some fantasy again. I actually have no idea. So we'll see where the prompt jar takes us. Without further ado, let's crack on with our November TBR. So as usual, I'm going to pick 5 books for my monthly TBR. We have got our first prompt. What is it? Okay, we've got a book you keep putting off. Okay, this has done me dirty right off the bat. So, from top of my head, I'm thinking ACOTAR. I'm thinking we could start ACOTAR because I have keep putting that off. I keep telling people, yeah, this is going to be the month that I'm going to start reading ACOTAR, and I never get round to it. I feel like that's the only option that I have, but let's have a little browse of my bookshelves. So to be honest, I feel like this shelf are my newer books. So I feel like I shouldn't really pick anything from this shelf. Whereas, sorry, you're not going to be able to see them because they're further down, but I have quite a few that have just been sitting on my shelf for like over a year, potentially over 2 years. Looking at the bottom, I've got the Shatter Me series. I have been putting those off as well. I've heard mixed reviews. Some people absolutely love the series and some people are just like, this is terrible. So I have been putting off the Shatter Me series. I've bought the whole series before I've read the first book, which I don't know why I've done that. To be honest, I think it has to be ACOTAR because I do keep putting it off. I do keep putting it off. So the first book of my November TBR is A Court of Thorns and Roses by Sarah J. Maas. Now, I have to admit, I am scared to read this series. When a book has got so much hype, I tend to not fall for it. Do you know what I mean? I feel like I'm expecting something amazing, something spectacular, and it just doesn't live up to my expectations. This is obviously the first in the series, and I have heard that this is like really slow. You need to read the first one to then get like into the really meaty storylines and whatnot. So yeah, we'll see how we get on with this. I will definitely read this in November. I think I have to because I do just keep putting it off. But yeah, we're gonna start our ACOTAR journey. Second pick. I really need to get a cute jar because this is not giving, is it? What have we got? Oh my god, no! We have got Start a New Series. I could just tell this TBR is not going to be kind to me. This prompt jar, I mean, I don't know why I'm moaning because I put these prompts in. I have so many series on the go at the moment, so let's start a new one. We also just picked ACOTAR, didn't we? And that would have been perfect for this one. Obviously, I mentioned the Shatter Me series. I could start that, but what I'm also thinking is rather than start a series where there's like 5 books in them, I could read One Dark Window because that's just a duology. So I could kind of cheat the system and start a new series that is just a duology. You know? I feel like I've got a lot of options for this one. Is it going to be too much starting the ACOTAR and the Shatter Me series in 1 month? Am I going to feel a little bit overwhelmed? We've also got Red Queen, but I think I want to finish off the Lauren Roberts Powerless trilogy. You know how I feel about that. So I just kind of want to get that one done, dusted, and then go on to Red Queen because I think I'm going to prefer that so much more. So I think I'm going to skip that. I have just seen though, If He Had Been With Me by Laura Nowlin, I want to say. And this, again, I think is a duology. I think this is like YA and we're following like 2 teens and their kind of love story, but obviously it's not as always what it seems. So I could do this one. It's not really fantasy, so I won't really be overwhelmed because obviously I'm starting ACOTAR. I feel like this is a good bet. I might go with this. And it's so funny because when you do these TBR prompt jars, you never assume, like I never in a million years thought this would be on my November TBR. Like I just, even though I have it on my shelf, I didn't think I'd pick it up this soon. So this is why I love the TBR prompt jar. Also, can I just say, I hate this cover. And I think it's due to the fact that it's navy. a little fact about me, I absolutely hate navy. I never wear navy. I just avoid navy because as you can see, I primarily wear black. I just don't see the point in the colour navy. Yeah, I think I'm going to choose this. If He Had Been With Me by Laura Nowlin, and the second one, I already have raring to go. So if I absolutely fall in love with this and just have to read the sequel, then I have it. Let's give it a little bit of a shuffle. I'm going to go right down to the bottom, I think. What is... Oh, I've got two. This one. What have we got? Okay, this is a bit kinder. We have got Next in a Series. Where do I want to go with this? So my initial thinking is picking up, I think it's down here, Fearless by Lauren Roberts, and just get this series done and dusted because I'm not a fan. I am not a fan and I would quite like to tick it off. I'm not going to buy Fearful. I've heard the most awful reviews on Fearful, so I'm not going to bother, I don't think. I mean, obviously, depending on how I find Fearless, I mean, I might absolutely do a U-turn and love it and rate it 5 stars. I can't imagine, but that is an option. I'm also in the middle of the Richard Osman series, and my next one is The Bullet That Missed, which I think is the 3rd in the series. I'm in the middle of the Twisted series by Anna Huang, and I'm not sure I'm ready to jump back into this. Number 1 was a wild ride. I rated it 3 stars. I wasn't the biggest fan, you know, and I'm quite scared to jump back into this. So I think we're gonna skip this one. I could go back to a cowboy romance because I'm in the Gold Rush Ranch series by Elsie Silver. Again, I feel like I'm a bit of a downer of this one because I'm like, I'm not a lover of that series. Really, I'm not a lover of that series. The Gold Rush Ranch, I do not think is for me. I'm not sure Elsie Silver is for me, but I've got so many of her books. But I have heard that the Gold Rush Ranch is actually her worst series so far. So I think I'm just going to get through the Gold Rush Ranch series and then give Elsie Silver like a fresh palette, you know. I'm going to give her a fresh look and judge her on Chestnut Springs and then the Wild Love series because I do have them all. I have them all. I could carry on with the Caraval series. I did actually quite enjoy Caraval, so that was a good shout. I think we all knew what I was going to choose. I think we're going to go with Fearless. I really want to wrap this up now. I don't know what it is. I'm just not a lover of it. So we're going to wrap this series up. And the thing is, the covers are so gorgeous. You really want them to be like amazing books. I bought Powerless and Reckless myself. I think I will donate them. This was gifted to me, so I'm not going to donate this. But the cover's really stunning anyway, that I would like to have this on my shelf. But I think Powerless and Reckless, I will donate to a charity shop. They're just taking up room on my shelf at this point. So my third pick is going to be Fearless by Lauren Roberts, and it's the final instalment of the Powerless trilogy, other than Fearful that was released. But I think that's like a little side book like Powerful was. I have to say, I'm quite excited for this TBR, even though I'm a bit apprehensive because, yeah, I just don't know how these reads are going to go for me. But what is our 4th prompt? Okay, I swear to God, this TBR jar does not like me for this month. But we have got a cover you don't like. To be fair, I feel like I've got a few options here. So we was just talking about the Twisted series. I don't know what it is. I hate these covers. I hate these covers so much. So this is a contender. I also have Cat Lady by Dawn Porter. Now, I do have a cat. I've always liked cats, so I got this because of the title, not because of the cover, because I absolutely despise this cover. I don't know what I don't like it at all. I don't know if it's the colours or this. I think it's just everything, to be honest. I don't like it. So this is a very strong contender. And actually, I feel like this could be a great palette cleanser because it is a literary fiction, I believe, and that is my jam. I love literary fiction. So I'm strongly leaning towards this. We've actually got another really strong contender, and that is the second book in the Inheritance Game series and the Hawthorne Legacy. Now, I hate these covers with a passion. The American versions of these books are so much better than the UK. Like, what is this? What even is this? I might actually pick this because it's second in a series, so I'm continuing on with my series. I did actually enjoy the first book, and I would quite like to jump back into this world. It was really easy read, and again, I've heard quite good things about the rest of the series, so I think I want to pick this. Yeah, to be honest, I don't think there's any point looking at this shelf because a lot of the covers I do actually quite like, and I'm just really keen to jump back into this world. So we are going to go with The Hawthorne Legacy by Jennifer Lynn Barnes, and this is the second in the Inheritance Games series. Okay, fifth and final book. I don't know if this doesn't really feel like a November TBR. Do you know what I mean? I mean, I don't know what November is supposed to feel like. I actually thought I'd have more romances on this TBR, at least like a romance to get into like the Christmas fluffy season, but I'm not mad at the TBR at the moment. Okay, so we've got green on the cover. Oh, my next one in the Chestnut Springs series is green. Sorry, I said the Chestnut Springs series. I meant the Gold Rush Ranch series because I'm on the front runner, which is third in the series. Apparently this is really good. Like, apparently this is a good book in the series, and then it goes downhill with a full start again. Do I want a cowboy romance? Am I ready to jump back into this world? Because I really was not impressed. I have heard good things. Maybe. And then I am continuing on with my series, so it does make sense. Let's see if there's any other green books that is really fitting my mood. We do have The Household, which is a historical fiction, which I love a historical fiction and I just eat them up. So we've got the green leaves, but I feel like I'd be cheating if I picked this. I feel like I need to pick a book that is predominantly green. I know it doesn't say that on the prompt, but I don't know, in my head I'm like, the book cover needs to be predominantly green. So I think I'm going to pass on this. So I could go all out and go with The Final Gambit, which is the third book in the Inheritance Games series, but I don't know. I'm not normally someone who could read a series like back to back. I need like a little palate cleanser. So I think we might skip on this. Am I going to regret that? I might regret that. Oh, I don't know. Again, we could choose Richard Osman. I mean, I know it's predominantly white, but the writing is green. Again, I feel like I'm cheating a bit with that. So I think we're gonna skip this one. Oh, now this would be perfect. We've got Chain Gang All Stars. I've actually heard really good things about this. I don't see this floating about much, but when I have seen someone read this, they have had good reviews and good things to say about it. But I'm not sure I'm feeling this. No, I think as much as I may regret this, we're gonna go with The Front Runner by Elsie Silver. I would like to read further in the series I'm already currently reading, and I would actually quite like to just tick off the Gold Rush Ranch series. I know, I'm sorry. I know books shouldn't be like that, and you should read books for enjoyment. I don't DNF books anyway. Like, I like to read the whole book before I make a judgment, because the last 50 pages could really bring it back. Who knows? But I don't know. I'm not sure. Do you know what it is as well? Sorry, I'm going off on a tangent. They class these as like a cowboy romance. There are no cowboys in sight for this series, and I just feel like it's wrong. I mean, I don't know if it's actually marketed as a cowboy romance, but like, it's well known it's the cowboy romance. Do not be deceived, there are no cowboys in this series so far, but we are going to go with The Front Runner by Elsie Silver, and hopefully I really enjoy it. And that is a wrap of choosing my November TBR. So to recap, we've got A Court of Thorns and Roses by Sarah J Maas. We've got If He Had Been With Me by Laura Nowlin. We've got Fearless by Lauren Roberts. Then we've got The Hawthorne Legacy by Jennifer Lynn Barnes. And then finally, we've got The Front Runner by Elsie Silver. I think the theme for November is going to be excited but apprehensive, because I am excited to start ACOTAR, but I'm also quite apprehensive around the hype. I'm definitely apprehensive about The Front Runner and Fearless. I feel like they're going to be low ratings from me, but I'm actually really excited to read The Hawthorne Legacy and If He Had Been With Me, because I've heard really great things. I enjoyed the Inheritance Games and that world, and kind of, it was so easy to read because it's YA. I do think it's going to be a very mixed month for me. But with that, I'm gonna wrap this one up here. Thank you so much for watching. I really appreciate you. If you did get to the end of this video and found yourself enjoying the content, I would love it if you would like and subscribe. I would love to have you. I'd love to talk all things books. I also would love to know, have you read any of these? I'm pretty sure a lot of you may have read ACOTAR. What are your feelings? Does it get better after the first book? Is the first book good enough to keep me engaged? I would love to know what is on your November TBR. Are you secretly also ready for Christmas and put some Christmas romances on your TBR? But thank you so much for watching, and I will hopefully see you in the next one. Bye.